In my opinion about Ayotzinapa and Tlatelolco is that it's like the same but in different ages. In Ayotzinapa it was 2 years ago and Tlatelolco was in 1968, but in both they killed students that they want to like tell their problems to the government and the government didn't accept them. That's why they killed them and disappeared all that people. Yeah.
Dos, tres.
In my opinion, what happened in Ayotzinapa was bad against human rights because they kill or disappear 43 students that just were trying to defend its rights, and the government of that place killed it. So for me it was unfair, and I hope that that problem in one future resolved. Thank you.
No, se me trabó y se me... What I think about the massacre at Tlatelolco is a very bad thing that the government react at the students that were in that day, because they only were expressing themselves to they were only telling their point of view of something, and the government choose a bad reaction to that situation that was killing them, but they were only doing they were only reacting in a pacific way, and I think this will repeat again and again because history always repeats. Thank you.
I think both situations are bad because the Mexican government attacked civilians, and I think that's an incorrect issue because Mexico is a free country and it could not be treated as a republic like the government treated the Mexicans. These massacres occurred in 1968 and in 2014. What occurs here is that the government uses the military soldiers in 1968 and oppress the citizens. And in 2014, it disappears 43 students from a public school.
Well, I think that both massacres are really similar, but at the same time they are kind of different because of the environment that Mexico was facing in 1968. In Ayotzinapa, the thing that happened is that the government didn't want the people to express, the students to express, so they decided to disappear, and this problem have been solved. And on the other hand, in 1968, Mexico has to face the pressure that they have to show the world they were like a good country because of the Olympics and that stuff. So government want people to be calm, but they do it in a bad way. So how I said before, both things are really similar, but they are different in some other ways. Thank you.
What I think about the massacre in Tlatelolco is that it was a very bad thing that the government did because they were just protesting peacefully, and the government took it as if they were using guns and using violence, so they shoot them and kill many innocent people and innocent students that weren't doing anything bad. So I think that is why Mexico sometimes is very wrong, because they don't think about the people, they just think about the government, and they don't think about the people that is living in the country. And what I think about Ayotzinapa is that also they were students that were innocent and they were killed, and no one found their bodies for a long time, and they were innocent. They were just stealing a bus, but that didn't mean that they should be killed. So I think that that Mexico is in very bad conditions, because this shouldn't be happening to innocent people and to students. and I hope that Mexico can change.
What I think about the Ayotzinapa kills is that the government wasn't fair with them because they were only protesting, doing a pacific protest, and it's the same in the 43 normalistas because they were doing like the same pacific protest, and the government want to kill them because they are opposing for something that the government doesn't want. No. So I think that the government don't do the right thing about this accomplishment. Yeah, yeah.
No,
The massacre in Tlatelolco was an awful event because it was when the Tlatelolco students were protesting about the education the government was giving to them. And they were angry and unsatisfied because the government gives bad education to them, and they want to protest and tell the government what things they don't like to make this change in the schools that they were studying. So the government reacts so wrong to that then that when they protest they start killing the students and pushing them and kicking them and making fire to them, and that was so wrong because they look they make look Mexico as a bad country and a dangerous country